Hi there, this is Italian Course here, with a Let's Play of Amnesia the Dark Descent, Part 2. Continuing where we left off, we're just about to go into the archives to fetch a key for the cellar. Here we go. I forgot what the controls were for a second there. Alrighty then. Here we go. Let's say rare books.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
I guess maybe the professor might be Alexander. I find it really weird that the cockroaches hiss in this game. That's everything. Yeah, sounds alright. This is catalogs. Just wipe something. So I don't have to waste my oil. It's a lot more harder to get oil. This game in Tinder. At least I reckon. Ooh. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg. His contract will run for a total of 3 years, when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg, is to recommend my services at the Prussian Royal Court, and within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break this seal. Wilhelm, House of Garrick. Who's Wilhelm? Wilhelm? Okay, what are we doing? You'll meet me there. That's really fun as well. Copy that. Steady. Alright. It's probably just the wind.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Jeez. Let's get all these books out. So you find oil and tin in oddest places at times. Did I look here? No. Just clothes. Stay. Jeez. Where's that sound come from? Straight. Bit of a spooky game. Oh, I see. Oh, damn. Baron of Brennenburg. Certainly a rich man. Oh, I've been here. This is the way back. I've got to get into that habit of actually running, because I keep forgetting that you can actually run in this game. It's probably just the floorboards. Protangonist forwards, nothing to worry about. Just in case, well. Jeez. Yeah, plenty of those anyway. Like that as well. Just wasting them.
Centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the walls. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
This makes you wonder what happened to the servants. What the hell? Oh. Well, what's happening now?
17th of May, 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped.
Flashback.
To the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer.
Go towards the light.
Heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light.
Is that a bad thing?
It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry.
That's pretty cool.
The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
I wonder what the relic was. I'm guessing Alexander probably contacted me about the relic, wanted it for himself. Something along those lines, I'm guessing. No, it's just paper. That's all very interesting. Throw something at it. It's pretty cool how you can do that. What else can I break?
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, then.
break it. Die. Another region rich with lore is Altstädte, deep within the East Prussian woods. For centuries there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbour, Castle Brennenburg. The quiet forest-clad mountains dressed with scattered lakes is as picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you'll hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travellers should indulge themselves in such conversation, since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tale, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. The Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid reverence. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside damp sacks dragged behind them, which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? A visit undone. Henrik Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Altstädt at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice, and he has mentioned many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Henrik is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Altstädt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? Okay. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby Altstädt, and like most of those of noble birth, rumours are inherited alongside with the title. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remain popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage. Therefore, the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring have never been fully recorded. This has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle, along with the great leaders of this country. So he sounds like a copycat Dracula, or something like that. East Prussia, so East Germany basically, northeastern Germany. Oh yeah. I've got oil, plenty of tinder. Brighten this place up a bit, just spruced it up a bit. Looks all nice. Nice and dandy. I should move faster. Yep. Light fire. Looks pretty bright actually. Yeah. Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave or they will starve. Whatever comes first, they can rot for all I care. Maybe I'll feed them some wine. It would in a sense solve both of my problems. Killing his trusted servants. So that was the guy that was originally working for him. Is this a rock? I don't know why I thought that was a rock. Crouch? Can you crouch and skin? I guess that's it. Another door's it. Study. Yeah, I have to back that way. What the hell was that? Right. Well, I'm out of here. I swear that didn't happen last time. The monster. What the hell? There's none there. Oh, Jesus Christ. This game really knows how to give you the chills, doesn't it? We'll go to the... Next time we'll go to the laboratory, the cellar. Almost like a cellar. So that's it for part 2. Stay tuned for part 3, Journey into the Cellar.